What is going on, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. My name is Aziz, a technical consultant, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at how to set up your development environment as an absolute beginner. So, on Saturday, we had a live section which we were supposed to treat this particular topic, but we were starting to have audio issues and which we are unable to rectify. So I decided that why not just go back to old school, record the video and upload, right, so that we can get things done. So this is the video for that, and as you can see, this is not my regular system, and I introduced this system the last time. This is a new laptop, right? I've not done much configuration on this, so this would project a good example to demonstrate how it is going to look like from your end, and we can just go ahead and install one or two extensions and check other prerequisites that are needed. So one of the prerequisites needed for this walkthrough is you must have a business central environment. So if you don't know how to go about that, right, you need to check some of my old videos where I showed how you can actually get started with Business Central. So I'm just going to log on to Business Central environments, and I think this is the place I'm going to show you some of the first thing needed for this particular walkthrough. So let's see. My network is not that good. Let's see if I can switch. Alright, so I think the network is pretty much slow. Let me see if I can enhance that. Alright, so I want to sign in, which meaning like I want to log into an existing account, because I do have some accounts I can use for this demonstration. What can I do to this network issue? So I apologize for the network issue. I'm trying to switch also. Alright, so I think this is a much more faster network. So you should have something like this, right? And what I want to show you is I'm going to be creating a new environment so that we can use this environment to do our testing, right? So I'm going to click on this setting icon and click on admin center. On the admin center, you will be able to see the number of tenants you have and the number of production you have. Usually we have one production environment and three sandbox environment. So I want to just create a new sandbox environment so that we can use that for today's demo. Alright, so I just need to give a name. So let's see, training, and the type should be a sandbox. Remember, we can have 3 sandbox, and I will just want to choose my region, which is Nigeria, NG, as it's also has its own features, right? So depending on your region, you can just go ahead and choose the region that works for you, but for me I want to choose NG, and I think I must have passed it. We should have NG here, and then I want to go ahead and say create. So while we wait, I can click on this refresh, right? So when I click on this training, you can see it's still currently preparing, right? It's not created yet, but that's not an issue. So what I want here is I want to be able to copy the tenant ID. As you can see, I can copy the tenant ID right here, or I can right click on this, right, and copy link address, paste it on the next page, and copy what we call the tenant ID. So the tenant ID is important so that when I'm developing, I am able to target this sandbox environment. So I believe this is clear. So I would go into my VS Code. Now you would see this is a web language, right? This is my junior bro trying to learn web, right? So but we can ignore this and just create a new window, and we can maximize the screen. So what you want to do is you want to check these extensions and see if we already have any extension relating to AL. So I'm going to maximize this sidebar and type in AL. So when I type in AL, I should be able to see the rest of the family of AL. You can see that I haven't installed AL on this VS Code. So you might need to download VS Code if you have not downloaded it, and to download it is pretty much easy. Just need to go to your browser and just type VS Code download, right? Pretty straightforward, and you're going to get a link to download either for Linux, Windows, or Mac. So you download depending on your operating system. That aside, after you must have downloaded it, you just want to follow the installation process, clicking next, 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 and pretty straightforward also. So you want to come to this icon, which is an extension icon. You want to type AL, and you want to install AL language extension. So this is more like the compiler for AL, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and click on install. After this must have been installed, right, so I think my mouse is dead. Interesting. So this shouldn't take much time depending on your internet speed, as we have detected that mine is a little bit slow. So I'm just going to go and also check this A to Z AL development tool, right? You can do a read up on it. These are the other extensions it is going to be installing for you, and most of these extensions are really great to have as an AL developer. So I'm also going to click on the install so that this can also start its process. I can trust, yeah. So set theme color, so let's just leave this for now. So I can see that my AL extension has been installed, and to confirm this you need to just click on your keyboard, Ctrl Shift P, right, and search for Go, right? So you should be able to see an AL Go, right? So this is showing that I had already successfully installed my AL extension. So when I click on this, you would see that when I click on AL Go, it means that I want to create a project, and the system automatically created a project folder under my documents. You can see under AL there's a folder called AL, and inside this AL is where all my projects are going to be created. As you can see, the name of the project as for now is AL Project 1, which I can also rename to say Training 101. Remember, this video is just to guide you on how to get started as a developer. So I'm not going to do any tutorial on code or stuff. We'll just do some little sample just for you to get started, just for you to be able to connect your Visual Studio Code to your sandbox environment, right? So I'm going to click on enter on my keyboard, and then it will ask me to choose which of the version, the runtime, right? So you can use the latest, but if you have been following my videos, you see that I usually take a version below the latest one, so which is this 14.0, just in case the 15.0 is still having some bugs. I'm able to bypass that. So I can click on yes, I trust the author, so that moving forward it doesn't ask me again. And one more thing, let's go back to the extension and see if this AL A to Z tools has been installed. You can see that it has been installed, and now because the system is asking me if my development will be based on on-prem, your own server, as you can see, or the SaaS server. Remember, when I showed you earlier, we are working with the SaaS, right? So I want to choose Microsoft Cloud, and the system automatically generates these windows for me, right? So you can see Microsoft Cloud Sandbox. I can change it to whatsoever name I want, and you can see these are the most important parts there. The environment type is a sandbox, which is true, but the environment name, what is the name? Remember that we gave it a name of training, right? So this is the environment name, training. So I want to just copy this and go back there and paste this as training and save it, right? So the next thing I want to go ahead and do is, you would notice that we had a prompt, right? And if I click on this notification, right, you will see that there's a pop-up which you can see here asking me to log in so that it can authenticate the sandbox environment. So I want to just do that, copy, right? So you don't need to look for the code. Immediately you click on that copy, right, it has automatically copied the code. You just need to paste it there by clicking on Ctrl V or right clicking to paste, right, and click on next. Now make sure that this is directed to the environment or to the browser that you are currently logged in. If not, you can just copy the link and make sure you first of all find a place to paste the code, and just copy this link, paste it to the browser you are currently logged in on, and do the same process. So I want to authenticate this, and I want to click on continue. So me doing this, you can see that it has been verified, right? I've been able to sign in. Then on my Visual Studio Code, I should be able to so it has skipped that. Let's see the output, the correct server name, blah blah blah. So I can see that we have an issue here. So I might need to do this exercise again. Ctrl Shift P. Now I want to type download symbol. So when I click on download symbol, I should be able to get that prompt again, and if I'm not able to do that, it's not a problem still, right? So let's go to the folder. Remember, it is inside document, there's an AL folder and training. So I'm interested in this .al package. I want to check if there's anything downloaded already. As you can see, nothing has been downloaded, and we need the standard files that Microsoft has built so that we are able to have access to the existing system features. Like you can see here, there's a page extension to customer list, but the original data customer list, we don't have access to it yet. How do we have access to it? We have access to it through the downloading of symbol. That's downloading the standard files so that we can extend the application. So what I will do again is I will press Ctrl Shift P on my keyboard. I would type clear cache, clear credential. You can see AL clear credential. So when I click on this, it resets my VS Code like I have not authenticated before. So I want to also press Ctrl Shift P again and click on download symbol. Now it brings out this pop-up again. I want to click on it, and this time around, remember that we have renamed the environment name, right? So the first time it was on sandbox, and now that we've given it an appropriate name and saved it, so we should be able to connect to this environment. So I click on continue, right? And we wait. So another thing is I want to check if this environment we are creating has been fully created. So I need to refresh this to check the status. You can see the status is on preparing. That could be one of our issues, right? So it needs to be active for us to be able to use it, right? So let's see what we have here. So the correct server name, blah blah blah. So let's check our launch.js. The environment name is correct. What we can do again now is we can just put a comma here and put a tenant. Now let's go and copy the tenant ID so that we are very specific in the environment we are targeting. So I'm going to do this, copy this, and I'm going to paste this, right? Save, and that's pretty much it. So let's just wait for this environment to get initialized completely, right? So that now it is active, right? You can go ahead and Ctrl Shift P and click on download symbol. Now you can see that the system is sending a new request, right, to the server. So just take note of this. You see, I did this exactly the way it is going to be for you. The issues I am encountering, you see the way I'm actually fixing it, right? So I think that's for Bode on LinkedIn, right? Just follow these steps. You should be able to be able to bypass the issue. And I can see that symbol has been downloaded successfully. Can you see? Now let's go to the folder. You can now see that we have about 5 files, right? So these are system files, meaning that we have no error here again. You can see I have no error here again. And this is my first customization. This is standard. The system does it standard for us. And the customization here is the page extension. We are just popping up a message anytime we visit the customer list. We are popping a message that app published, hello world, which is like the fundamental of any programming, hello world, right? So now that I have no error, I can also introduce you to the app.json, right? I've done so many series of videos explaining all of this. I would like you to go and check them. I believe that is it. So let's go ahead and publish this particular extension. I pump Ctrl Shift P, then I will search for publish, right? So I have different options in publishing, right? I can publish with debugging, I can publish without debugging. If I'm working with dependency, I can publish full dependency. So I'm just going to use this option, publish without debugging. And the system should be able to publish into that our environment, and we can test that we have been able to publish. As you can see, the system automatically opened my browser, publishing into my environment, right? How awesome can this be, right? So you having a guide is very essential. It helps you cut that headache, right? So let's wait for this to publish. As you can see, it was targeting what the training sandbox environment, and the first page it opens is what, page 22. Page 22 is what, the customer list. You can see what we have, app published, hello world. Really awesome, right? So if you have any question or any video request, do drop a comment below. I'll be looking into the comment section. Thank you for watching this particular series, and see you in the next one.